The Honda Civic Type R has long been a symbol of performance, attitude, and accessible motorsport heritage for enthusiasts around the world. With its aggressive styling, punchy turbocharged engine, and razor-sharp handling, it has become one of the most beloved hot hatches on the market. For fans in the United States, the good news is that the Type R will remain on sale for the foreseeable future. But across the Atlantic, it's a different story. Honda has announced that the Civic Type R will no longer be sold in Europe after 2025, marking the end of an era for European performance hatchback enthusiasts. This decision isn't driven by a lack of demand or waning popularity. It's the result of tightening emissions legislation that makes it increasingly difficult for high-performance combustion vehicles to survive in the European Union's evolving regulatory landscape. To commemorate the Civic Type R's departure from Europe, Honda is releasing a limited edition farewell model called the Ultimate Edition. This final run of Type RS will be limited to just 40 units across the entire European market, making it an instant collector's item. Each Ultimate Edition vehicle comes with exclusive exterior and interior features, ensuring that this last hurrah leaves a lasting impression. For those lucky enough to secure one, the car won't just be a machine, it'll be a piece of Honda history. The Ultimate Edition is defined by visual details that set it apart from the standard Type R. Most notably, the car comes exclusively in Championship White, the iconic Honda racing color, which is contrasted by a gloss black roof and accented with red stripes and decals. A bold red stripe runs down the center of the hood, giving it a racing-inspired look, while side body decals fade into hash marks for an extra sense of motion. At the rear, a specially designed carbon fiber spoiler adds both style and performance, giving the car a more aggressive profile while also reducing weight. It's clear Honda wanted to make sure this model looked as fast as it drives. Inside the cabin, the special treatment continues. The Civic Type R Ultimate Edition maintains the signature red carpet and supportive sport seats that have become synonymous with the model, but it adds extra touches that elevate the interior to something worthy of a farewell tour. Carbon fiber trim now adorns the center console and door sills, providing a premium yet race-ready aesthetic. The Ultimate Edition also includes enhanced ambient lighting to create a more immersive atmosphere during night drives. A particularly special touch is the illuminated Type R logo that projects onto the ground when the doors are opened, one of those small but thoughtful features that will make owners smile every time they step in. Each of the 40 cars will also come with a unique gift box that includes a numbered emblem, signifying the car's place in the limited production run. Buyers will also receive a custom car cover, branded floor mats, and a carbon key ring, all touches that reinforce the exclusivity of the Ultimate Edition. These extras are not just gimmicks. They speak to the car's role as a tribute to the legacy of the Civic Type R in Europe. In an era where many cars are becoming increasingly similar and sanitized, these handcrafted details remind us why we fall in love with machines in the first place. The reasoning behind the Type R's European exit is clear. Emissions regulations are tightening to the point where continuing to sell a high-output turbocharged internal combustion engine vehicle like the Type R becomes financially and technically difficult. This isn't unique to Honda. Many automakers are pulling or modifying their performance offerings in Europe as they scramble to meet carbon targets and prepare for an electrified future. For some, the solution is hybridization. For others, full electrification. For now, Honda has chosen to sunset the Civic Type R in Europe rather than drastically alter its formula. For American enthusiasts, the news offers a moment of reflection. While the European market bids farewell to one of the most iconic hot hatches ever made, U.S. drivers can still walk into a dealership and buy one. In fact, the U.S. market has become a safe haven for performance cars in recent years, with relatively looser emissions regulations allowing automakers to continue selling cars that are being banned elsewhere. This makes the U.S. not just a market for volume, but a sanctuary for enthusiasts. But even here, the writing may be on the wall. As emission standards evolve and the push toward electrification gains momentum, the days of raw, analog, turbocharged performance cars may be numbered. So while the Civic Type R remains available in the US, its exit from Europe is a reminder to enjoy these machines while we still can. Honda has not yet announced pricing for the Ultimate Edition, but given its exclusivity and the collector value associated with a 40-unit run, it will almost certainly carry a premium over the standard model. That premium, however, will be more than justified for collectors and fans who recognize the significance of this release. This isn't just another Civic Type R, it's the final chapter of a beloved nameplate in one of its most influential markets. The Civic Type R's legacy in Europe is long and storied. From the high-revving naturally aspirated screamers of the early 2000s to today's turbocharged track weapon, the Type R has always stood for driving purity, engineering precision, and attainable performance. While its exit is bittersweet, the Ultimate Edition ensures that the car leaves on a high note, both literally and figuratively. It's a bold, loud, unapologetic celebration of everything the Type R has stood for. For those of us in the United States, it's a moment to be grateful, but also to stay vigilant. The automotive world is changing fast, and cars, like the Civic Type R, are increasingly becoming endangered species. Whether you're a longtime fan or just learning about the Type R legacy, this moment is a reminder that performance cars aren't just about speed, they're about emotion, passion, and connection. And those are things worth preserving, for as long as we can. If you're an enthusiast who wants to keep up with performance car news, global model changes, and collector alerts in real time, consider using HIX.AI Chat, one of the smartest alternatives to ChatGPT built for people who live and breathe automotive culture.